Good morning, everybody. Everything new under the sun here. Got a bit of a springish update, and it's nice to be able to finally start talking about spring updates and spring things. Don't know if you'll see in the distance. You can see the Chanteclers are free-ranging, foraging for their own food, which is really nice. It is finally warm. Yesterday it was near 18 degrees Celsius. And today it's about 7 degrees, and it's just the morning. You can see them all scattered about there. This is a wide angle, so you can't see them real close, but I'll get a little bit closer. The Chanteclers, they're not as friendly as, they don't want to come up to you and see what you're doing as much as maybe other birds do. So they are a bit more, that's part of the heritage bird thing, I think. They're a bit more wild, I guess. But these guys, all the birds are out free ranging. And free ranging is great because they will forage a lot more of their food. If you had to, they could forage 100% of their food. You might not get as many eggs, but they could do it, especially a heritage bird. These birds know how to forage. They're over there scratching at the hill there in the ditch. And there's all kinds of bugs and leaves and all sorts of stuff for them to eat. All over the place, grass. And now that it's well above zero, you can see the one on the right there is just going crazy, eating lots of grass. This is great for them. If you want to talk about how to make and mix cheap chicken feed, this is the ultimate solution. Having an area for them to free range, and they'll just collect up everything that they need. If they need a bit more minerals or something, they'll go for the dirt, find some minerals. If they need more greens and fiber, they'll go for the grass, and they'll just find whatever they need. If they need more protein, they'll go searching for bugs. And they're all automatic. The Lord created all animals very well, and they're very good at taking care of themselves, as long as they have enough space and area to find stuff. So I've got food in the shed over there, and lots of food sitting there for them. But they are much happier to be out here looking for their own feed. And this saves a bundle. I could literally just close up the feed bin and let these girls and guys forage out here. The only thing is the danger of minks and other animals that is something you got to worry about. There's 4 roosters out here. Keeping watch. You can see the one standing up over there looking at me. Right in the middle. I'll point him out there. Rooster right there. So they do a good job of at least warning the hens to danger. Actually, I only see 3 roosters. There's one more somewhere. Oh, there he is. I just didn't see him. Yeah, four roosters, and they do a good job of not so much protecting necessarily, but keeping watch out at least and making a racket. I don't know how they would be when a predator comes, but we'll see. But hopefully the predator hopefully they would stand up and give their lives before the predator got to the hens, which are we want to protect the hens. And over here, you can see a bit of a manure pile there in the foreground. In the background there, you can see them going through the ditch, which is really a moist area, and the walls. They're finding lots of bugs in there. So this is really, really good for them. So I just wanted to bring you that update. This is, like I say, this is the best way. This is the best way to be feeding your chickens. Free ranging, finding all the food that they need to by themselves. Scratching, they love to scratch. That's what they naturally do. And so that's it. Now we're going to go take a look at the sap. Because it was 18 degrees yesterday, the sap was going really good. So I'm going to walk over to the Manitoba maple here. The last batch I did, I think I did it on video, it turned out a little bit sour. It was a little bit strong. It had a very sharp taste to it. I think it's because the sap had been sitting in the tub for so long, because we had a sap run for maybe 2 weeks there. I got a lot, and then it got really cold, and the sap sat in the bucket for probably 3 weeks. I mean, it was frozen because it got down to, minus 15 and stayed below zero for a long time. But where was I going with that? Yeah, so it sat in the bucket for a long time, and I should have got it out earlier. I just didn't. I thought, well, maybe it'd be okay if it was below zero, but I think it may have went a little bit sour. So this stuff is fresh from yesterday. You can see the little sugar bugs, little sugar flies, whatever they are there. They get in there. Now these are dry. These aren't going today because it's been above zero all night. But I'm gonna get what we collected out of here, and you can see that's a good bucket and a half of sap. So I'll boil this down before it has a chance to go bad. And that way, let's see, let's put this over here. That way it won't go sour, hopefully, or won't be sour. Hopefully that was the problem. Whoa, spilling some. I don't want to do that. Alright, I have to take this batch in. Got a full bucket and another half a bucket. There, I'll take this in, get it going. It's a Saturday, so I'll just leave it going. It'll be all day doing this. Well, 3/4 of the day anyways. So get this boiled down. Hopefully this will be the sweeter syrup. And hopefully we get a cold night here so that I can get some more sap, because it's not going right now. So we'll get back to you with an update here. But hopefully I'll get a half liter of syrup out of this one. Alright, here's part of the Saturday update, I think it will be. This is it says day 2 on my mini advance, but it's going to flip over to day 1 shortly. And so I'm expecting chick to be hatched today. And what do I see? I see one pipping. And right there, where it's cracked its little beak through the hole because it ran out of air in the egg, basically. So they crack a little hole so they can get some air. And I didn't notice any others, although I didn't inspect real closely. But yeah, that one right there is pipping. So that bodes well. I didn't know if I'd get any chicks out of this because the power outages, and I treated them. Well, I didn't purposely treat them badly, but they didn't have a easy life, let's put it that way. So we'll give this a few more hours and hopefully get one out of it. That would be great. Battery power is at 90. I seem to have figured out a way to keep this going. The wall adapter, this thing sucks about 1.5 amps every hour out as it turns on and off. The wall adapter only puts 750 milliamps in, so that's not enough to keep this charged. So I also have my Noco Genius, and I put it on the small battery option, small 12-volt battery, which only attempts to charge a 12-volt battery with 0.9 amps, or 900 milliamps. Would that be correct? 900, yeah, that makes sense. 900 milliamps. So together with the wall charger and the Noco, this puts in enough amperage to keep this charged. And it seems as though on the small setting, the Noco Genius doesn't get confused and just stop charging altogether. It seems like it is actually trying to trickle charge it. So it doesn't completely turn off. So it actually kind of adds the extra juice that the wall adapter isn't providing to my the unit here. So I've got a nice little backup battery unit. It's a bit of a hack and a mess. I did order a 12-volt socket which I can plug into the wall, just to get straight from the wall 12-volt power, and that will be a bit more, well, a lot cleaner than going through this whole mess. But it works anyways, and I wasn't using my Noco Genius for anything else. It just took me a while to figure out this configuration. And in the meantime, these birds had some rough days where the power turned off and I didn't realize. And there was one day where I actually came back and the eggs were cold. So I might have very well killed a bunch of them just by that. But I'm hoping I get a couple out of this anyways. And it's good that there's one pipping there. So I'll bring you back to this when I have some more. But that looks good.